And good evening, everyone. Welcome to Man High School, where tonight the number one rated in Class Single A, Man Hillbillies, coming in with an 8-1 record, host the 5-3 Sherman Tide. Good evening, everyone. Joe Linville, and we will be here to bring you all the action of high school basketball as the Hillbillies have already made their way. They've been out on the floor warming up. Sherman is still on the floor, and they have made their way to the locker room for final instructions from Coach T.J. Blevins. Man comes into tonight's contest with wins over Buffalo, Calhoun County, Tulsa, Tug Valley, which was number one at the time, Buffalo, Mingo Central, Independence, and Calhoun County. Their only loss of the season came to AAA Logan, that game back on March 29th on the road in Willie Akers Arena in Logan. For the Sherman Tide, they come in with wins over Cross Lanes Christian, Summers County, Midland Trail, Van, and they pick up a win on the buzzer last night over Meta Bridge. Dalton Rollo hit a shot at the buzzer for the win, scored 18 points in that contest. Tonight for the Man Hillbillies, they are coming off, and a veteran squad will be on the floor. They didn't lose any players from last season. They have 3 seniors on the team for tonight. And our official statistician, Bill Lux, bringing over some more details. I'll tell you what, every school needs a Bill Lusk. I know I always kind of give him kudos before each game, but he is great providing. He's one of the assistant coaches at Man, does a great job providing the media with stats, rosters, and so forth. We'll go ahead and quickly take a quick look at the starting lineups for tonight. For Man, it will be senior 5'9" Peyton Adams, 6'4" senior Ryan Cozart, 6'7" junior Austin Ball, 6'4" junior Caleb Blevins, 6'2" junior Jackson Tackett. So you can see they've only got 2 seniors in the starting lineup, and Man is poised to make a deep run in this year's West Virginia WVSSAC tournament in Charleston coming up the first week in May. Man and Sherman happen to be in the same reorganized section. They are both in Region 4, Section 1, with Man, Sherman, also in their Tulsa and Tug Valley. Also Van. What is interesting, 3 of those teams are currently ranked in the top 10, which is, of course, Man. Tug Valley comes in at number 4 and Tulsa at number 8. So it's going to be a very tough section to get out of, even to play in the regionals. And on the other side of the section is Calhoun County, Gilmer County, Hannon, and Wahama. And if you look at a map of West Virginia, you've got basically the North Division and the South Division in this Region 4 division in Class Single A. For the Sherman Tide tonight, starting lineup will be Dalton Rollo. He's a 6-foot junior, be playing guard. Alex Kirk, 5'9" senior, also at guard. Cameron Caldwell, junior, goes 6 foot at forward. Logan Green, a 5'9" junior. So that'll be the starting lineup. And also Jacob Welch, he's a 5'10" junior. Man sporting new uniforms, nice looking white uniforms, red numerals, trimmed in that navy blue school color with Man across the chest, little blue insignia, the Man logo down on the bottom of the shorts legs. Coach T.J. Blevins in his 5th year coaching the Man Hillbillies, looking to make a strong finish to the current 2021 season. As you can hear, the introduction music playing in the background is now the Sherman Tide will evolve from their locker room. Sherman wearing that maroon uniform trimmed in gold with Roll Tide in gold across the chest, white numerals, and some white accents down on the shorts. So both teams have come back out to the floor. We'll go ahead and take a break while we get our introductions and our national anthem, and we'll be back with the start of tonight's contest after this. You're watching Man Hillbilly Basketball on Video Productions.
Did you know that 1 in 8 women will develop breast cancer in her lifetime? At Logan Regional Medical Center, your breast health is important to us. Our caring staff uses the latest technology, like 3D mammography, in a comfortable and welcoming environment to help you stay on top of your health. Speak to your provider about a 3D mammo at Logan Regional Medical Center. Always here for you.
Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services, founded in 1975 by Riley Joe Evans, is a full-service funeral provider, and 2020 makes it 45 years of offering services that respect all faiths, personal preferences, and financial considerations. They're the only funeral home in Boone, Lincoln, and Logan with its own crematory. Contact Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services at 304-855-3232 or visit www.evans-funeral-home.com or like Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services on Facebook to see their updated obituary information.
FCA has incredible impact on coaches, the teams, the players, and the community as well.
It's changed our lives. It's changed mine as a husband, as a father, and as a coach.
It does make an impact on our lives.
FCA has become a full circle in our lives.
People from all different kinds of backgrounds.
If all we're going to be is a coach that happens to be a Christian, I think it's more important to be a Christian that happens to be a coach.
Little General Stores knows West Virginia, but what some may not know is what LG is doing in your communities. And I'm here to tell you how Little General, with the strength of their 100+ stores, is helping to enrich lives and empower families in West Virginia. Like the Norma May Huggins Cancer Research Endowment Fund, which is fighting to cure cancer every day right here in West Virginia. Locally owned and operated, LG has always been there and always will be. Little General Stores, committed to West Virginians. Boom!
We're back at Mann High School tonight. The Hillbillies hosting the Sherman Tide, the #1 team in the state of West Virginia in Class Single A. And the last AP poll, which just came out the first of the week. So the Hillbillies are riding high with that 8-1 record. Sherman coming in at 5-3. Head coach for the Sherman Tide is Aaron Pauley. Head coach for the Mann Hillbillies, TJ Blevins. And now we'll pause for our national anthem.
Peyton, what are we doing here?
Welcome to Peytonville. Nationwide helps protect everything you see in here, Brad. Every family, every business, even Mrs. Hoffman's dream of retiring to become a yoga instructor.
Oh, they have backstories.
Here, I got more to show you.
Our world has changed a lot in a short time, but your health and safety remains our #1 priority. We have the supplies needed and processes in place to keep you safe. We've implemented visitor restrictions, and we are reducing physical contact as much as possible. Patients and employees are required to wear masks for your protection and theirs, and your care team is screened daily. So don't wait to get the care that you need. Logan Regional Medical Center, always here for you.
And let's play basketball. Pretty decent crowd on hand considering the COVID rules that are in place for high school basketball games. Each county controls who comes to the games. My understanding is Boone County may be opening theirs up tomorrow night. I know they have a girls' game tomorrow night and a boys' game on Friday night. They have been limited to immediate family and grandparents and those who live in the household of the ball player or cheerleader. Our officials for tonight is Tate, Blackburn, and Calusi. They did not list their first names on the scoring card. And in high school this year, because of the COVID, no jump ball at the beginning of the game. The visiting team will inbound at midcourt to get things underway. So Sherman will have the ball first. Going out of bounds to send the ball in will be junior Logan Green. Man immediately goes to a man-to-man full court pressure. They get it into the backcourt to Rolo, and he's the man that controls the point for the Tide. He brings it over to the left side. Now he goes back to the right side. Now they come around top of the key. Jumper, and it is partially blocked. Sherman gets the rebound, fires off another shot from the three-point line. Will be Alex Kirk, and the ball is no control of it. Goes out of bounds. It'll be man Hillbilly basketball. Peyton Adams brings the ball down the floor for the Billies. Quickly inside, a little jumper off the glass, and Austin Ball wastes no time putting 2 points on the board. Quickly, here come the Sherman Tide. There again, man going to that full court press. Sherman working the ball back and forth. Alex Kirk brings the ball down to the far side of the floor. Gets it to Rolo, kicks it back out to Green. Stolen by the Hillbillies. Taking the ball down the floor is Tackett. Tackett kicks it back out to Adams. Adams fires off a three, and it goes for three. So just that quick. Man, Hillbillies out to a 5-0 lead just a minute into the contest. Sherman once again goes trying to work the ball through that press, bring the ball in the corner. Is Rolo. A little hesitant, a little shot by Kirk. It will not go, and goes out of bounds. It'll be man Hillbilly basketball. Here's the replay on Adams' three-point shot. Man, that was just picture perfect. Down on the other end of the floor, it was Tackett, or actually Austin Ball, getting the shot off and will not go. Sherman rebounds. Coming up quickly off the glass. Rolls around, rolls and rolls and rolls. Finally, Logan Green's shot goes in for two. 5-2 man. Hillbillies waste no time getting the ball down the floor. Back and forth between Blevins. Back out two. Once again, he fires off a three, and he nails it again. Peyton Adams, back-to-back threes for the Hillbillies. And just that quick, 2 minutes in, the Billies are up 8-2. Full court pressure again being applied. Stolen by the Hillbillies. Kicks it back in, a little assist. Peyton will score two more. This time it'll be off the glass. And just that quick, Sherman has a timeout. 5:53 to showing on the first quarter clock. Man jumps out instantly to a 10-2 lead. It's pretty much been all Peyton Adams except for the little short jumper by Austin Ball off the glass. Only basket so far, points on the board for the Sherman Tide is Logan Green. Got a little about a 6-8 foot jumper in the paint. And that's where we stand, 10-2. Hillbillies break up their conversation with Coach T.J. Blevins, head back out to the floor. And now here comes the Tide. The ball will be inbounded on the far end of the floor under the basket by the Tide. Full court pressure applied by the Hillbillies. Quickly moving the ball back and forth. Here comes Kirk. Dribbles the ball outside the arc, dribbles around the top of the key to the far side of the floor. Three-point attempt. It will be off the rim. Rebound by the Hillbillies. Rebound Ryan Cozart. Peyton Adams fires it down to the corner to Blevins. Blevins gets in the left corner. They kick it back out to Tackett. Now driving to the paint will be Cozart. Bounce passes is the end to Jackson Tackett. He'll have his first 2 points of the ball game. 12-2 man. Sherman gets the ball across the timeline. Controlling the ball is Kirk for the Tide. Caldwell has it. Bounce pass in under the basket. Wide open to Sherman's Jacob Welch for his first points of the game. 12-4. Hillbillies at the 5-minute mark. Once again, Peyton Adams fires. This one will be off the side of the iron. Rebound by Cozart. He puts it right back up for two. The Hillbillies will not let up on that full court pressure defense. Here comes Sherman into the corner. Kicks it back out. Here goes Kirk with a three-point attempt, and it'll go for the basket. A correction, that was actually Logan. Yeah, it was Kirk on the basket. Quickly, and from the corner, it is for Austin Ball. Drills one from the corner for three. That quick, 17-8. Kirk has it. Bounce pass. Now they kick it across the floor to Sherman's number 24. That is Rollo, and he is whistled. We have a foul on Austin Ball. That'll be his first for man. And the Tide will go to the charity stripe to shoot 2. Nope, actually they said it was on the floor to be out of bounds. Kirk will inbound it for the Tide. Quickly over to White Kincaid in the corner. Air ball, rebound, man. Here come the Hillbillies. Quickly down the floor, Toller has it, kicks it back to Caleb Blevins. Fires off a 3 from the corner for Toller. It will not go. Rebound, Sherman, and the ball is stolen by man. They'll keep it on that end of the floor. Back and forth. Here goes a shot off the front of the rim by Blevins. Sherman comes up with the rebound. Bringing the ball down the floor is Logan Green. He kicks it over to the near side to Kirk. Kirk finds a little room, little floater, and it'll go in for 2 points. So Alex Kirk will pick up his second goal of the night. Peyton Adams with it. Fires it across the floor to the right side. Off the rim. It's a shot by Cozart. Sherman comes up the rebound. They bring it across the timeline. A whistle as Sherman's number 24, Dalton Rollo, goes up for the basket. He is fouled, and he'll go to the charity stripe to shoot 2. 3:12 to go in the first quarter. Man controls this one, 17-9. Rollo takes his time, and he will hit the first one. Checking into the lineup will be Jeremiah Harless for the Man Hillbillies, and Sherman's Travis Cooper. At the charity stripe is Rollo for Sherman. Takes a few warm-up dribbles. Concentration's on. Shot is up, and it's good. 17-10 Sherman. Bringing the ball down the floor is Toller. Gets it over the corner to Cozart. Back out to the near side. Blevins fires off a 3, and it'll go. Caleb Blevins' first shot of the night for 3. 20-11 Hillbillies. Kirk brings the ball down, loses control, picked up by Harless. They quickly get it down the floor. Harless still has it. Now he kicks it over to the right. Little bounce pass. Now they go to the other side of the floor. It is stolen by Sherman's Dalton Rollo. The shot will not go, and Sherman comes up with the rebound, and then we have a whistle on the floor. Foul will be charged against Christian Toller of the Hillbillies. That'll be his first personal, team foul number 2. Sherman will inbound it under their own basket. Quickly to the far side of the floor. Trying to work it around the horn. Controlling the ball is A.J. Skeens. Skeens fires it to the near side. Now they fire it back to the other side of the arc, now to the top of the key. Rollo controls it. Puts it back into the hands of Kirk. Kirk dribbles back out toward midcourt. Still has the ball. It goes to the right. Little floater. And as he goes up, and a charge against Sherman's Alex Kirk. That'll be his first personal, team foul number 1. That will turn the ball over to the Hillbillies. Harless will be point man out of bounds. It'll be Ball, Austin Ball, bringing the ball down the floor. Sherman working around the arc. Over to Harless. Back to the far corner to Blevins. Now they shoot it across the floor. Really trying to make Sherman work. Now they fire off a 3. It will not go by Caleb Blevins. And we have a whistle under the basket. And we'll see. The foul will be charged against Travis Cooper, his first for Sherman. That'll be team foul number 3. Going to the charity stripe for the first time tonight will be Austin Ball for the Hillbillies. He'll hit the first one. Peyton Adams checks back into the lineup for man. He'll give Austin Ball a break. Austin Ball, 6'7" junior at the line for man. His second shot is good. 22-11, 1:52 to go in the first quarter. Hillbillies in control right from the start. Sherman's Kirk has the ball over to the, now he kicks it back over to the far side. They lose the handle but pull it back in by Rolo. Rolo dribbles down in the corner, puts it into the hands of Cooper. The shot will not go. Rebound will be brought down by Hunter Anderson for the Hillbillies. Man quickly running around, fires off a three, and it will be Austin Ball nailing that one. That'll be his second three of the ball game. Sherman having trouble hanging on to the ball. They finally recover it, kick it back out at mid-court. Now we have a three-point attempt off the rim, rebound. Man, here come the Hillbillies quickly down the floor. It'll be Caleb Blevins in the far corner with the ball. Hunter Anderson takes it, then he fires it back to Blevins. Back and forth between Austin Ball. Now Ball has it outside the arc. Just under a minute to go here in the first quarter. They put it into the hands of Austin Ball under the basket. Just a little quick floater. And he is in double figures. Have a foul on the floor. Looks like it's going to be Jeremiah Harless charged with that one. That'll be his first personal. Team foul number 3. Actually, the scoreboard says team foul number 4. Sherman will inbound it across the way near midcourt. Kirk brings the ball in, tries to get a bounce pass in. Ball lost. Turnover goes to the Hillbillies. And just that quick, Austin Ball drives it into the paint, lays it in for 2 more. He is on fire here in the first quarter for the Hillbillies. Sherman trying to set something up. Wyatt Kincaid with the ball. Now they get it down into the corner to A.J. Skeens. Now they'll put it back out to number 23, and he'll pull off the three-point shot. Wyatt Kincaid with his first points of the game. Just that quickly, man already has the ball set. Here comes Harless. Now they kick it back out to the corner at the buzzer. It will not go. So after 1 quarter of play, it is the Man Hillbillies 29, the Sherman Tide 14. You're watching Man Hillbilly Basketball and Video Productions.
For a newer pre-owned vehicle, Thornhill Auto Group is here for you. Shop any of our 4 locations, open 7 days a week, and home of the Thornhill 10120. Don't overpay. Let Thornhill save you more on your next purchase. Go Thornhill and enjoy the easy drive to savings.
I'm Stuart Caldwell. For more than 40 years, I and my firm have vindicated the rights of individuals hurt by defective drugs, defective chemicals, and other products. Now I'm teaming with Booth to take on the big drug companies to vindicate the rights of children born with NAS. There are significant legal proceedings that could affect you and your child's legal rights.
If you're the parent or guardian of a child who you believe was born dependent on opioids, you need to act now.
Coach Bob Huggins here at your local Little General store. As I travel this great state, it's nice to know that almost anywhere I go, there's a local Little General nearby. So the next time you're on the road, look for the Little General sign and tell them Hug said.
Back in man where the Hillbillies control this one, 29-14 after the first quarter play. Austin Ball, a junior, 6'7", scored 14 of the 29 points for man in that opening quarter. Peyton Adams scores 8. And Caleb Blevins 3, Jackson Tackett 2. Possession arrow goes to the Hillbillies. They will start the second quarter of action. Peyton Adams fires it over to the corner, back out to Adams at the top of the key between the circles. He drives into the paint, bounce passes it, and it's lost by Hunter Anderson. Here comes the Tide. Kirk trying to get across timeline. Here he goes wide open all the way to the paint, and it will not go. It's too hard off the glass. Rolls off. It's a man Hillbilly Caleb Blevins rebound. And Hillbillies trying to set something up really quick. Now they bring it back out, slow things down. Fires off a three-point shot, and it is once again the hot hand, Austin Ball. He has now 17 points in this early section of the ball game. Alex Kirk down to the near side to Kincaid. Now Kirk fires one off from outside the arc. It will not go. Rebound, Caleb Blevins. Here come the Hillbillies. Cross the timeline. Billies fires over to the right corner. Little couple steps and a dribble. It'll be Anderson at the shot. It will not go. And the Tide come up with the rebound. Alex Kirk trying to set up something, make something happen for the Tide. Kincaid will now fire it over to Rollo. He tries to go to the basket, and he'll go to the charity strike and shoot two. The foul is on Jeremiah Harless. That'll be his second. And that will be team foul number 5 for the Tide. Rollo at the charity strike for the second time tonight, and the first one is good. Matter of fact, he is now 3 for 4 for 3 points so far in tonight's contest. Rollo's second shot is up and is good. He's 4 for 4 from the charity stripe. Hillbillies waste no time. I mean, they go wide open right back down the floor. Peyton Adams with the control. Anderson takes it out. Here comes a shot by Caleb Blevins for 3. He has 6 points, both of them 3-point shots. Sherman over to the far side of the floor. Logan Green drives into the paint, kicks it back to the near side to Skeens. Skeens fires off and drops one for 3. That'll be his first point of the ball game for the Tide. Just that quick. Mann's already set, ready to go. Drive it over to the right side, and they will throw it out of bounds, and the turnover goes to Sherman. And we have a timeout on the floor. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. We will keep it here. Hot hand so far for the Hillbillies. Peyton Adams got 2 threes. Austin Ball has 3 threes. Caleb Blevins with 2 threes. So you can see the points are coming from behind the arc tonight for the Sherman Tide. For the Hillbillies. For the Sherman Tide, 3-point shots outside the arc, one by Wyatt Kincaid and one by Alex Kirk. Rest have either been inside at the paint or from the charity stripe. Quickly, Mann is on the floor. They're ready to get this thing going. As Aaron Pauley continues to talk to his team, now they get the second buzzer. He's just trying to get his team settled down. Here at the 6:09 mark in the second quarter, Mann leads it 35-19. Sherman will inbound. Logan Green brings the ball down the floor for the Tide. He finds some room in the paint, off the glass too hard. Rebound, Caleb Blevins for the Hillbillies. Hunter Anderson with the ball, back forth. Now they kick it back to the near side. It's Peyton Adams, fires off a 3. It'll be off the rim. Rebound and a putback by Jackson Tackett, but it will not go, and he is fouled on the shot. It'll be Sherman's A.J. Skeens committing the personal. That'll be Sherman's 4th. As Jackson Tackett, the 6'2 junior, will go to the charity stripe. First shot up, and it's good. Hillbilly defense is already back down the floor, and they left Tackett down, the lone man shooter, to defend for himself. Second shot is good as well. 4 points in the ballgame now for Jackson Tackett. Sherman trying to make something happen. Alex Kirk dribbles around. He's right outside the arc, top of the key. Bounce pass to Cameron Caldwell. Back to Kirk. Kirk trying to find something in the paint. Cut off. 3-point shot taken by Alex Kirk. It will not go. Rebound. Rollo, and his put back will not go. Hillbilly basketball on the rebound. Peyton to Tackett. Tackett fires it over to the corner to Anderson. Bounce pass inside to Cozart. Cozart bounce passes to Tackett, And that'll be his second field goal of the night. 5 minutes to go in the first half. And Sherman's Alex Kirk tried to dribble under the basket right along the baseline, stepped on it. So the turnover now goes to the Hillbillies. Inbounds, taking control of the ball once again is Peyton Adams. He quickly fires down to Harless. Harless, one dribble and a jumper for a short, and his first points of the ball game. 41-19. Hillbillies in cruise control, overdrive, or whatever you may want to call it. Kirk over to Rollo. Shot taken. Shot 15. Caldwell goes to the basket, and from behind, the shot is fouled and blocked. It's going to be Cozart committing the foul. It'll be his first personal. As Caldwell goes to the charity stripe for 2. First shot up and good. (41-20) now the score here from Mann. Second shot is up and good. It'll be Cameron Caldwell's first points of the night for Sherman. Peyton Adams once again controlling the ball. Kicks it across the way to Blevins. Blevins brings it back out to near the center circle. Dribbles around it. They go right back to the far side to Cameron Toller, or Christian Toller. Back out to, and a hold. And it's going to be charged against Sherman's Alex Kirk. That'll be his second personal. So now Mann will inbound in front of the Sherman bench. Caleb Blevins has it out near midcourt. Now they put it back in the hands of Peyton. Peyton will try to set up something for the Billies. Back and forth. Harless now has it, stands there with the ball over his head, now puts it on the floor. They go to the left wing at the top of the key. It is Caleb Blevins. His shot will go off the rim. A whistle on the rebound, and they're saying jump ball. Possession arrow will go to Sherman. Hunter Anderson will check back in for the Hillbillies. Anderson, a 6'1" senior. Sherman's Green has the ball. Now they get it into the hands of Rollo. Rollo having trouble trying to make something happen. He's normally the scoring leader for the Tide. Rollo drives into near the charity stripe. Now he comes back out of the paint, and the shot will go. So Rollo will go to the foul line. Foul will be against Hunter Anderson, his first. So Rollo's first field goal of the night will go, and he'll get a bonus shot to try to make it a three-point play for the Tide. 3:20 showing on a second quarter clock. Hillbillies up 41-23. And Rollo's shot is up and no good. Rebound. Austin Ball for the Billies. Christian Toller has it between the circles. Over the ball, back to Harless. Back to the right corner now. Quickly, right under the basket will be Austin Ball. He just continues to rack them up tonight for the Hillbillies. Quickly, a little short jumper for Sherman. That will be A.J. Skeens that will fall. And now Sherman wants to take a timeout. We'll see if it'll be a full timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. 2:52 to go in the first half. Mann 43, Sherman 25. You're watching Video Productions.
I'm your 70-pound St. Bernard puppy, and my lack of impulse control is about to become your problem.
No, come on. I saw you eating poop earlier. My focus is on the road, and that's saving me cash with DriveWise.
You can breathe easier at Boone Memorial Hospital, now with pulmonologist Dr. Richard McNeely. Come see us if you have concerns about your breathing issues.
Boone Memorial Hospital, bringing medicine home.
You have dreams.
A better life, a better job, a better you.
So where do you start to build the skills necessary to get there? At West Virginia State, you are not just a number, you are who you choose to be.
You receive personal attention from award-winning faculty.
You study in nationally recognized programs.
You learn the skills that will get you the job you know you can have. No matter where you want to go
or what you want to do,
it starts at State.
Back in man already inbounding the ball, taking the ball down the floor is Jordan Adams, who just checked into the game, and he'll pick up a quick 2 for the Hillbillies. Sherman with the ball at the top of the key, going to the far side of the field at the wing. Now they turn and come back. Will be Caldwell. Caldwell trapped. He finally gets it into Logan Green, and it's stolen by the Hillbillies. Just that quick. Billies go to the board. Austin Ball try to make something happen, and he is whistled. And a foul committed by Alex Kirk. It'll be his third personal. I just got a text from a good friend of mine that lives over in the Seth area, tuning into tonight's contest. And Austin Ball continues to add points to his total. He sinks his first free throw. Checking into the lineup once again is A.J. Skeens for Sherman. Second shot is good. So Austin Ball has scored points from the 2-point range, 3-point range, and he is perfect at 4 and 4 from the charity stripe. Sherman down to the corner, find a man open. Rolo will drop the shoulder, and they'll get him on a charge. Sherman fans, obviously, you can hear, did not like that call. Hillbillies work it back and forth between Christian Toller and Jeremiah Harless. Harless now has it in the paint. Bounce pass. 2 comes up from under the basket is Jordan Adams. He quickly just checks into the game, already has 4 points. Sherman's Logan Green. Rebound. Man, quickly. They waste no time getting the ball down the floor. Reverse layup coming from underneath the basket is Christian Toller for his first points of the ball game for man. Rolo trying to make something happen, and a whistle in the paint. And we say we have a block on Austin Ball over in the backcourt. Bonus, so Sherman will go to the charity stripe. It will be Dalton Rolo. Rolo only has 6 points so far in tonight's contest for the Sherman Tide. It'll be a 1-on-1 situation for Sherman. 1:30 to go in the first half. And the shot is good. And he will get the bonus shot. (51-26). Man, Hillbillies, number 1 in single A in the state of West Virginia, easily controlling this game so far. Rolo's second shot is not good, and it is deflected. Man gets it, and somehow Man comes up with the ball. It'll be Jordan Adams getting the ball. Here goes Cozart, and just that quick, Man wastes no time getting down the floor and putting points on the board. Green has it back and forth. Here goes Rolo driving into the paint, goes up off the glass, whistle, and he'll go back to the charity stripe. Committing the foul this time will be Cozart. That'll be his second. As Dalton Rolo, who is 5 for 6 from the line, will go back for a couple more. Rolo takes his time off the fingertips, off the front of the iron, off the back of the iron. It will not go. Jacob Walls checking into the lineup now for the Man Hillbillies. Rolo's second free throw is good. And there again, Man wastes no time getting the ball down the floor. Toller drives into the paint. Now they kick it back out to the corner. The shot will not go. Toller comes down with the rebound. He will go back to put it back up. And Christian Toller with his second basket of the night. 50 seconds on the clock. Green and Sherman goes all the way into the paint, lays it up, and it'll go for two. That'll be Logan Green's second basket of the night. And just that quick, Man is back down the floor and scores on a Christian Toller basket. That's 6 points in the quarter for Toller. And now we have a whistle on the floor. That will be charged against Jacob Walls, who just checked into the lineup for Man. That'll be his first personal. And Rolo goes back to the line once again. He'll get two shots. Rolo's shot is up and good. No, it bounces out. Looked like it was going to arc right in there, but it hit the back iron, bounced off the front iron, and to the floor. Second shot for Rolo is up, and this time it goes through the net. 57-30, 30 seconds. Man quickly getting the ball down the floor. They go to the corner, fires off a three. It'll be off the iron, no go. Rebound falls into the hands of Sherman, and he stepped on the line, trying to cut and come back down the floor, and it'll be Man Hillbilly basketball. Jeremiah Harless will inbound it. Bounce pass in. Now they just bring it out to the backcourt. 14 seconds. They'll save it for one shot. Christian Toller finally kicks it in. Now around the horn. Toller wanting to make something happen. Now they fire off a three-point shot. It will be off the iron. Jeremiah Harless tried one there right at the buzzer. It will not go. So we are at the end of the first half of play. The score, the Man Hillbillies 57, the Sherman Tide 30. I have seen games end after 4 quarters of play with about that many points being scored. So we'll go ahead and step aside for our first 2-minute break. You're watching Man Hillbilly Basketball on Video Productions.
Stuart Caldwell. For more than 40 years, I and my firm have vindicated the rights of individuals hurt by defective drugs, defective chemicals, and other products. Now I'm teaming with Booth to take on the big drug companies to vindicate the rights of children born with NAS. There are significant legal proceedings that could affect you and your child's legal rights.
If you're the parent or guardian of a child who you believe was born dependent on opioids, you need to act now.
Peyton, what are we doing here?
Welcome to Peytonville. Nationwide helps protect everything you see in here, Brad. Every family, every business, even Mrs. Hoffman's dream of retiring to become a yoga instructor.
Oh, they have backstories.
Here, I got more to show you.
I'm your 70-pound St. Bernard puppy, and my lack of impulse control is about to become your problem.
No, come on. I saw you eating poop earlier.
My focus is on the road, and that's saving me cash with DriveWise.
Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services, founded in 1975 by Riley Joe Evans, is a full-service funeral provider, and 2020 makes it 45 years of offering services that respect all faiths, personal preferences, and financial considerations. They're the only funeral home in Boone, Lincoln, and Logan with its own crematory. Contact Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services at 304-855-3232 or visit www.evans-funeral-home.com or like Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services on Facebook to see their updated obituary information.
Thornhill GM Superstore is your full-service Buick, Chevy, and GMC dealer. Go Thornhill and expect the best with total value, service, and pricing on your next ride. Home of the Thornhill 10120. You'll get total support with Thornhill GM Superstore.
Back in Man, where the Hillbillies are in cruise control in this one at the half. They lead the Sherman Tide 57-30. And we'll get to some of the first half scoring in just a minute. Some of the team leaders for man, Austin Ball leads the Billies on the season, averaging 20.1 points per game. Caleb Blevins averaging 14.9, and Peyton Adams 10.9 for the Hillbillies. As we mentioned, in Class Single A, man is number 1 in the state in the AP poll. James Monroe, number 2. Pendleton County, number 3. Tug Valley, who is in the same section, at number 4. Clay Battelle, 5. Webster County, 6. Greenbrier West, 7. Tulsa, 8. Greater Beckley Christian at 9. And Cameron at number 10. If you look at the revised 4-class system in the WVSSAC pairings, the current section of Region 4, Section 1 is Man, Sherman, Tulsa, Tug Valley, and Van. 3 of those 5 teams are ranked in the top 10. So as we mentioned in our pregame show, it's going to be tough to get out of that section to get to the regionals and earn an opportunity to go to Charleston to play for a state championship. We will go ahead and take another 2-minute break. When we come back, we'll break down the scoring for the first half of play. The score at the half, the Man Hillbillies 57, the Sherman Tide 30. You're watching Man Hillbilly High School Basketball on Video Productions.
Expect the best and save thousands with
back in Man at Man High School, where tonight the Man Hillbillies control this one at the half, 57-30. Now let's break down. First of all, for the visiting Sherman Tide, Dalton Rollo has 9 points. Alex Kirk with 5. Jacob Welch with a bucket. Cameron Caldwell with a 2-point field goal. Logan Green with a couple for 4 points. Wyatt Kincaid hit a three-pointer in the first quarter, and A.J. Skeens comes off the bench to score 5 points in the second quarter. For the Man Hillbillies, it has been all Austin Ball. He leads all scoring at 21 points here at the end of the first half. Peyton Adams with 8, Jeremiah Harless with 2, Ron Cozart with 4, Christian Toller 6, Caleb Blevins with 6, Jackson Tackett with 6, and Jordan Adams comes off the bench with 4. He dropped both those in the second quarter. So the score at the half, Man Hillbillies 57, the Sherman Tide 30. We'll step aside for a final break. We'll be back with the second half of action after this. You're watching Man Hillbilly High School Basketball on Video Productions.
Our world has changed a lot in a short time, but your health and safety remains our #1 priority. We have the supplies needed and processes in place to keep you safe. We've implemented visitor restrictions, and we are reducing physical contact as much as possible. Patients and employees are required to wear masks for your protection and theirs. And your care team is screened daily. So don't wait to get the care that you need. Logan Regional Medical Center, always here for you.
Most people think that after an accident, you'll have to pay $500 for your deductible. The truth? At Allstate, you could pay $0. Allstate gives you $100 off your deductible the day you sign up. Then another $100 off every year you don't have an accident. Let the good hands reward your safe driving with a deductible that goes away. Now that you know the truth, are you in good hands?
Coach Bob Huggins here at your local Little General store. As I travel this great state, it's nice to know that almost anywhere I go, there's a local Little General nearby. So the next time you're on the road, look for the Little General sign and tell them Hugs sent you.
Logan Physical Therapy wants to help you. Have you been injured at work or in an accident? Come to Logan Physical Therapy and Doug Hibbs will provide a thorough, careful evaluation and create a comprehensive treatment program that will get you back on your feet. Logan Physical Therapy, turning setbacks into comebacks.
In the market for a newer pre-owned vehicle, Thornhill Auto Group is here for you. Shop any of our 4 locations, open 7 days a week, and home of the Thornhill 10120. Don't overpay. Let Thornhill save you more on your next purchase. Go Thornhill and enjoy the easy drive to saving.
Back in Man, where the Hillbillies and the Sherman Tide have emerged from their locker rooms, going through some final warm-ups here before we get the second half underway. Tell you what, you don't go to very many high schools and you get a stat sheet at the half. Once again, Bill Lusk, our hats off to you for providing a lot of great information. I mean, this thing breaks it down to rebounds and everything else. And there's the horn, and let's see which way the possession arrow is headed to get this game underway. At the end of the first quarter, Hillbillies led at 29-14. And 57-30 at the half. That's where we're at, and it will be Man Hillbilly basketball as they will be coming our direction. Now we have, the scorekeeper had not reset the clock. Now we're ready to go. As Cozart will inbound it to Peyton Adams. Adams goes into the backcourt, now comes back across the timeline. Looking to the near side to Blevins, still has the ball. Now he gets it to Blevins, down to Cozart. Cozart in the right wing. Quickly, a little bounce pass, a little quick jumper, and Peyton Adams puts 2 more on the board for Man. Logan Green takes the ball down the floor. Over to Kirk, back to Green. Now they go back outside to Kirk. Kirk out at the top of the key, bounce pass over to the right to Green. Green over to Kirk. Kirk trying to dribble in. He'll go down by the free throw line, brings it back out. Now we go down to the corner. Now they try to kick back out. Ball stolen by Caleb Blevins. Now Man slows down the pace a little bit. Peyton Adams wastes no time. He'll go to the paint off the front of the iron. Tried to pull in his own rebound, but it's pulled down by Tackett. Now to Cozart. Cozart will dribble and drive into the paint off the glass for 2. He now has 6 in the game for Man. Kirk in the backcourt. Bouncing around with Caldwell. Stolen by Blevins. Blevins will go all the way easy. Little roll off the fingers into the basket for another quick 2 for Blevins. He now has 8. Kirk controlling the ball for Sherman. Now they get it in. Rollo tries to bounce. He looked like he was going in. And it looks like they're going to get Rollo with a charge. And Rollo is charged with that. That'll be his second personal. 63-30 is our score as the clock stops at the 6:29 mark to go in the third. Peyton Adams just kind of stands out there and goes one-on-one with Kurt. Three-pointer by Blevins. It will not go off the iron. Rebound, Cozart. Here goes Blevins. He's going to try to drive into the paint. It will roll across the iron and drop in for 2 more for Caleb Blevins. Kirk gets the ball down the floor. And just that quick, it'll be Logan Green for a 3 for Sherman to give the maroon and gold a little spark. Adams once again, he drives in the paint, will not go. Rebound and a putback by Jackson Tackett. He now has 8 points in the game. Man, just that quick. Kirk has it. Shot will not go. Rebound comes down. Oh, and he loses the handle on it. They kick it back out on the floor. Sherman's. Oh, and what a rejection by Ryan Cozart. The 6'4 senior, he come out of nowhere and just smacked that ball. Here's the Thornhill Auto Group replay on the floor as the loose ball goes to Sherman. He'll go drive it in, and he just comes out of nowhere to drive it in. We have a 3-point play now by Sherman. It's Rollo. 3-point attempt by Blevins, and we have a whistle under the basket. He stepped on the baseline. So Hillbillies will turn the ball over to Sherman. 67-36. As Green and Kirk in the backcourt. Pressure coming, and they're on the floor in front of the Sherman bench, and we have a timeout, Sherman. And it looks like it's going to be a 30-second timeout. We will keep it here. Score at the 4:54 mark here in the third. Sherman trails the Man Hillbillies by a score of 67-36. Coming up for Man on April 9th, they'll be at Nicholas County. On April 10th, they will travel to Boone County to take on the Van Bulldogs. On April 12th, they will be at Tug Valley. 14th, Wyoming East. That game will be on the road, and they'll finish out the regular season on the 16th as they host Riverview. Sherman will play Herbert Hoover on Friday night, Hannon on Saturday, Van on Monday, and they'll finish their season out next week with Meadowbridge and Riverview as well. Fires off a 3-point shot from the corner. Adams is off the front of the rim. Sherman gets the rebound quickly down the floor, and once again, Cozart rejects another one. Sherman trying to get something going down there, and they drive it in the paint, a floater up and over everyone is Logan Green. It will not go. Sherman gets the rebound, loses the handle. Here comes Austin Ball. Now he'll hand it over to, and he'll stop it. What a shot by Austin Ball. He has done everything you can possibly do in this ball game tonight. Sherman having some trouble now. They work the ball around, finally get it over to Kirk, and Kirk's ball will be off the glass. Here comes Man once again, and it'll be a quick Hail Mary pass down the floor to Peyton Adams. He now has 12 points in the ball game as he rolls one off the fingertips and the glass through the rim. Sherman is set. Alex Kirk kicks it over to Green. It'll be off the back iron, will not go. Rebound, Man. Once again, this time the pass was a little high as Austin Ball tried to stuff one. It will not go. Rebound Sherman. Sherman loses the handle, and quickly it is Jackson Tackett coming after the ball, and they're going to charge him with a – actually, no, they're going to get Rolo. And that'll be number 3 on Mr. Rolo, and we have a timeout. And here is that instant the replay from a couple minutes ago. And I'll tell you what, like I said, Austin Ball has done a little bit of everything tonight, from scoring 2s, free throws, 3-pointers, and the stuff that puts an exclamation mark on the kind of game he is having so far tonight. 3:29 to go here in the third quarter. And the Man Hillbillies, 71. Sherman tied 36. And the Billies are all fired up. They are all smiles on this end of the floor. Sherman coming into tonight's game with a 5-3 record. Respectable season. But the Hillbillies are showing them how to play Logan County basketball tonight. Here come the Hillbillies. Cross away, and they tried to go to Austin Ball, and the pass was a little high. And they're going to say it was off Sherman, so Man will retain control. H.A. Skeens checks back in for Sherman. Now they send the ball back out to Adams. Set up something. Caleb Blevins has it in the corner. Adams fires off a 3. Rebounded by Cozart. He'll immediately put it back up 4-2. Cozart now has 8 points in the ball game. Sherman Green has it in the backcourt. Kirk fires off a 3. It will roll in and out. Rebound. Jackson Tackett. Here comes the Billies. Out between the circles. Now back near midcourt. Peyton Adams, the 5'9" senior, sets things up. Blevins will put one off the glass for a quick 2. It'll be 12 points now in the ball game for Caleb Blevins. 2:20 to go in the quarter. Man 75, Sherman 36. And now they're going to say Sherman travel with the ball. Turnover goes to the Hillbillies. Hillbillies with those nice-looking new Under Armour uniforms. They're white with Man and their numerals in red, trimmed in that navy blue. Adams brings the ball down the floor. Man just definitely throttled back on the offense, slowing the game down. Now they're just going to burn some time up. 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Adams at the top of the key, kicks it over to the near side to Harless. Harless wants to make something happen, and he is bumped on the floor by Sherman's Wyatt Kincaid. His first person. And the pass is deflected, and Sherman comes up with it. Kirk takes the ball down the floor. Now he kicks it over to Green. Green bounces, comes back to the right, to the wing, to the corner. Fires off a 3. It's going to be short. Rebound. Man's Jeremiah Harless. Down to the corner. It will be Tackett, and he'll drill one for 3. That is his first three-point bucket of the night. Sherman with the ball, and it's quickly stolen that quick. And a foul charged against Sherman's Kincaid. Once again, that's hit back-to-back fouls for him in the third quarter. 78-36 is the score. Adams with the ball, fires over to the far corner. And another three-pointer. Back-to-back three-pointers for Jackson Tackett, the 6'2 junior. 81-36. And Man shows no signs of letting up in this game. Under a minute to go. Ball stolen by the Hillbillies. Here comes Adams. He'll kick it back out to Blevins for about a 12-foot jumper off the glass. Caleb Blevins now with 14 points in the game. 8 of those coming in the third quarter. Sherman trying to make something happen. Here goes Kirk to the basket. He'll put it into the hands of Travis Cooper. He'll put a quick one off the glass for 2. Adams has it for man over to the near side. Caleb Blevins, an NBA 3. It will not go off the back of the iron. Kirk having some trouble in the backcourt out of man's Jackson Tackett. He finally gets the handle on it, gets the ball down the floor. Now they go to the right corner to Cooper. He'll lose the handle. Out of bounds will go to man, 9.8 seconds. Man will inbound it at the end of the Sherman bench. Adams now picks it up, starts the clock. Over to the near side, way out of the wing. And a three-point shot by Blevins off the front of the iron, and that'll end the third quarter play. The score after 3, the Man Hillbillies in 83, Sherman tied 38. You're watching Man Hillbilly High School Basketball on Video Productions.
This is Boone Memorial Hospital. Compassionate, personal, quality care that's close to home with caring, skilled physicians and large private inpatient rooms.
Boone Memorial Hospital, bringing medicine home.
Most people think that after an accident, you'll have to pay $500 for your deductible. The truth, at Allstate, you could pay $0. Allstate gives you $100 off your deductible the day you sign up. Then another $100 off every year you don't have an accident. Let the good hands reward your safe driving with a deductible that goes away. Now that you know the truth, are you in good hands?
You can breathe easier at Boone Memorial Hospital. Now with pulmonologist Dr. Richard McNeely. Come see us if you have concerns about your breathing issues.
Boone Memorial Hospital, bringing medicine home.
Sherman will inbound the ball to begin the final quarter of action tonight as Man leads this one 83-38. Cooper in trouble in the corner for Sherman. He'll get it back out, and the ball goes out of bounds. Turnover goes to the Hillbillies. Bringing the ball down the floor is Christian Toller. He'll kick it over to Blevins in the right wing. He'll step inside the arc. Now he'll kick it back out to Toller. Toller's three-point attempt off the glass. Rebound, Jeremiah Harless inside the arc, off the rim, and no foul on the rebound as Man keeps it. Three-point attempt by Adams, and now we have a tie-up on the rebound. Possession arrow goes to Man. Sherman cannot catch a break in this contest tonight. Man will inbound it. Caleb Blevins bounce pass, gets the shot, and will be fouled. Foul is charged against Zach Carter for Sherman. That'll be his first. And Blevins' first attempt from the free throw line tonight will not go. Couple bounces, second shot up, and it's good. 15 points in the game so far for Caleb Blevins. Kirk takes the ball down the floor for the Tide. Bounce pass over to Cooper. Down into the corner to Skeens. Skeens gets it into the hands of Rollo. Rollo goes to the basket. His basket will be good, and he'll go to the charity stripe for a bonus. Foul, the personal, is charged against Hunter Anderson. That'll be his second. Here's the Thornhill Auto Group instant replay on Rollo's drive into the paint. And Rollo's free throw will be off the front of the iron. It will not go. Rebound, Hillbillies. Christian Toller with the ball. Now they get it over to Anderson. Anderson back to Toller. Down to the right corner to Adams. Adams tries to put one up, and he is fouled. He'll go to the charity stripe. It will be foul is against Travis Cooper. That'll be his second personal. As Adams will go to the line to shoot two. And the first one is good. Stick around for the end of the game. We'll have results, scoring stats, and our Boone Memorial Hospital player of the game. Second shot by Adams is good. Sherman trapped in the backcourt and knocked away by Adams. Skeens will pick it up, and now he is fouled on the hustle. Correction, no foul. Ball's knocked out of bounds. Man will get it after the steal. Adams over to Toller. Toller bounce pass down to the corner to Anderson. He'll fire off a three. It'll go. Hunter Anderson picks up his first points of the ball game in style with the three-pointer. Peyton Adams is just not giving up. He is in the backcourt like a mean green defensive machine. I think he approached three different Sherman players in the backcourt trying to steal the ball. Finally caused havoc, and the ball went out of bounds, but Sherman got to hang on to it. Sherman is bouncing the ball on the floor, rolling across the floor, doing whatever they can, and they lose it, the handle on it, as it goes out of bounds down in the corner. We have a timeout on the floor. It'll be a 30-second timeout. We will keep it here. 6:19 to go in the the fourth quarter of action, as the man Hillbillies are at 89, Sherman 40. And I know these young teenage ball players, I'm sure they got triple digits on the mind to try to break in this ball game tonight to show why they are the number one rated team in the state of West Virginia. In our first half stats, Sherman shot from 36%. Man shot from the floor 62%. In three-point range, Sherman was at 25%. Man was 7 for 18 for 38%. Free throws made. Man was 100% at 6 for 6. Sherman was at 69% at 9 and 13. Sherman will M down the ball. Rolo over to Skeens. Skeens bounce passes back to Curtin, and a whistle. Foul charged against Jeremiah Harless. That'll be his third for Man. Sherman will inbound it in front of the scorer's table. Alex Kirk, 5'9" senior for Sherman. Gets around Blevins. He'll put it up on a little direct shot toward the basket. He is fouled. Anderson commits his third personal. As Alex Kirk will go to the free throw line for the first time tonight. First shot is up, and it is good. Alex Kirk's been all over the floor for Sherman, has 6 points in the contest. Second shot is good as well. 89-42 Hillbillies. Into the corner with the ball. Adams bounces it back out to Toller. Cross away to Blevins. Blevins loses a handle. Anderson comes up with the steal from the floor. Peyton Adams goes for the three, will not go. Rebound, Christian Toller back to Adams, and he's in the backcourt. He was wrapped up by Sherman. He lost the handle. Sherman's Number 21 comes up with the ball. He'll take the ball down the floor. Now they try to tie it up. They bounce pass it to Cooper. He'll fire off a three. It will not go. Rebound. The ball's still loose, and Rolo comes up with the rebound. Rebound goes to Skeens for Sherman. He'll put up a short jumper for 2. 7 points in the contest for A.J. Skeens. 5 minutes, 9 seconds. 89-44. Toller fires off a three. Off the back of the iron. Rebound, man. Going to the glass, and off the glass will be Jeremiah Harless. That'll be his second basket of the ball game. Kirk trying to make something happen from Sherman. They're double teaming. He got him trapped in the backfield, but he gets the ball over to Skeens. Rolo trying to make something happen, and we have a block on man on the floor, and it will be the fouls against Christian Toller for man. That'll be his second personal. 4:44 to go in the ball game. And some of man's starters come to the bench. Peyton Adams, Jeremiah Harless, Caleb Blevins. Man will inbound it under the basket. Kirk outside the wing on the left side, back to Kirk. He fires off a long three off the iron. Rebound, Christian Toller. Here come the Hillbillies. And a reach-in foul on Sherman. I believe that's going to be Skeens. And it is A.J. Skeens committing the personal, and that'll be his second personal. And man will go to the bonus at 1-1. Man had 6 players on the floor. Quickly, Anderson goes to the bench as Christian Toller's at the charity stripe, and his shot will not go. Rebound, Sherman. Alex Kirk with the ball for the Tide in the backcourt. Now he goes toward the center circle. Now he drives back to the left wing. Kicks it back out to Skeens. 3-point attempt by Kirk in the corner. Cooper with it. Another 3-point attempt by Kirk off the back of the iron. Deflected, it goes out of bounds. It'll be man Hillbilly basketball. As Colton Miller will check into the lineup now for man. And for Sherman, got a number 33, but he was not on the, Jacob Welch, I'm sorry. Checks in. Man trying to make something happen. Working around the outside of the arc on the right side. Now they go to the corner. Deflected by Sherman. Welch brings in the pass. Kirk takes the ball down the floor. Still goes one-on-one with Toller. He comes out, he's pinned. He loses the handle. Here comes man. Oh, what a foul. And I mean, that was a wallop by Alex Kirk. I think that was more out of frustration than anything. And now that'll be 4 on Kirk. And man's Israel Canterbury goes back, and they're going to call that I thought maybe they were going to call a flagrant foul, but not. And now we have discussion between the officials as James Seitz will be shooting the free throws for man. First one's up off the front of the iron, will not go. And Sherman has some newcomers to the lineup. Cameron Caldwell checks back in. Sherman don't have many to rotate out. They've got a short list of only about 11 players on the roster. Second shot rolls in. Rebound man. They'll take it back outside. Adams, and that'll be Jordan Adams, tries to make something happen. Now they go to the corner for a 3-point attempt. Off the front of the iron will be Jacob Walls. Ball still rolls loose into the hands of Sherman down on the other end of the floor. A little floater to Wyatt Kincaid. That'll be his second basket of the ball game. 91-46, 3:05 to go in the game. Man working around the outside. A fire off three off the back of the iron for Colton Miller. Rebound, Sherman's Jacob Welch. Bounce pass to Kincaid. Now they go to the corner. Now they kick it back out to Kincaid. Back out to Kirk. He thought about taking a three. Now to Kincaid. And his three-pointer will go. Wyatt Kincaid. That'll be his second three of the game. He now has 8 points. Man. Working around the perimeter. Deflected. Now they get back and forth around the outside of the arc. Going for the basket. And a blocking foul going to be charged against Sherman's. Zach Carter is charged with the foul. That'll be his second personal. As James Seitz goes back to the charity stripe for the second time late in the contest for the Hillbillies. Missed the first two. Missed the third one. He's 0 for 3. As Andrew Cozart checks into the lineup. And Mr. Cozart must have some fans in the auditorium tonight. And finally, Seitz hits one. He'll be 1 for 4 from the charity stripe here in the quarter. Sherman quickly gets the ball down to the floor. Kincaid down to the corner. Now back to Kincaid across the way. Now they go to the right corner, or left corner, back out to the top of the key. Fires off a three-point shot off the iron for Kirk. Man coming quickly down the floor. Bounce pass. They were trying to make something happen quick. And Colton Miller just bounced it out in front of the Seitz, and he just could not make anything happen. Three-point attempt once again by Sherman, rolls in and out. That attempt by Caldwell. Hillbillies quickly come down the floor. Three-point shot off the iron. Sherman rebound, 1:40 to go. 92-49. Hillbillies easily in control of this one. Losing the handle. Here comes the Hillbillies once again. This time it'll be Miller. He'll roll one off the glass, and he will be fouled. Colton Miller with his first points of the ball game. Foul is charged against Cameron Caldwell, and I'm showing that as his first. Miller will go to the charity stripe for the +1 bonus. Shot is up, and it's off the back of the iron. Rebound, Sherman. Tide takes the ball down the floor. Caldwell has control of it. He is teamed up in the backcourt. As Jacob Walls come up the ball, but he was going so fast, his feet just kind of come out from under him. He ended up on the floor. They get him for traveling. Now, if your feet is on the floor and you move, then that is a travel. If you're on your back and your feet is not on the floor, that is not a travel. A lot of people get that mixed up. As Sherman goes to the basket, Welch gets the rebound, and he'll go to the charity stripe for 2. Foul committed by Israel Canterbury. That's his first. Welch's first free throw is up and good. Sherman breaks 50 as they trail 94-50. Second shot up, and it bounces in and out of the iron. Quickly coming down the floor for Man. Three-point attempt across the way. The shot will not go. Andrew Cozart shot the ball, and before the ball even came close to the rim, he turned around and saluted the Man fans on the other side of the gymnasium. Sherman across the timeline trying to make something happen. Kirk has it, and it's smacked around from behind. Here comes once again the Hillbillies. going to the basket, a little short jumper off the glass, and that will fall for Colton Miller. That'll be his second field goal of the night. Under 30 seconds. Long three-point attempt by Wyatt Kincaid. Misses the rim, goes out of bounds. It'll be man Hillbilly basketball for the final 22 seconds. Bounce pass. Now they get it down to the corner to Miller. Three-point attempt fired off by Walls. It will not go. Rebound Sherman. And they would have stopped the ball, dribble the timeout. As we roll into the final 5 seconds. What a game tonight for the man Hillbillies, scoring 96 points to Sherman's 50. The final score tonight, the man Hillbillies pick up win number 9 on the season with a 96-50 win over the man Hillbillies. We'll step aside. We'll be back with some stats from tonight's ball game, and we'll name our Boone Memorial Hospital player of the game. You're watching Man Hillbilly Basketball on Video Productions.
Been there and always will be. Little General Stores, committed to West Virginians. Boom!
This is Boone Memorial Hospital, compassionate personal quality care that's close to home, with caring skilled physicians and large private inpatient rooms.
Boone Memorial Hospital, bringing medicine home.
You have dreams.
A better life, a better job, a better you.
So where do you start to build the skills necessary to get there? At West Virginia State, you are not just a number, you are who you choose to be.
You receive personal attention from award-winning faculty.
You study in nationally recognized programs.
You learn the skills that will get you the job you know you can have. No matter where you want to go
or what you want to do,
it starts at State.
Most people think that after an accident, you'll have to pay $500 for your deductible. The truth, at Allstate, you could pay $0. Allstate gives you $100 off your deductible the day you sign up. Then another $100 off every year you don't have an accident. Let the good hands reward your safe driving with a deductible that goes away. Now that you know the truth, are you in good hands?
Community Strong. We are Thornhill Ford Lincoln, your hometown dealer located on 119 near Chapmanville. Go Thornhill and expect the best with total value, support, and savings on your next vehicle. Don't miss out. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and thornhillford.net.
You can breathe easier at Boone Memorial Hospital, now with pulmonologist Dr. Richard McNeely. Come see us if you have concerns about your breathing issues.
Boone Memorial Hospital, bringing medicine home.
The road to total savings starts here, Thornhill GM Superstore. Find new roads to 119 in Chapmanville, your hometown full-service Buick, Chevy, GMC dealer. We are professional grade and community strong. Expect the best and save thousands with Thornhill.
Welcome back to Man, where tonight the Hillbillies just man alive. They were in overdrive as they knock off the Sherman Tide by a score of 96-51. We'll quickly take a look at scoring from tonight's game. Let's first of all take a look at the visiting Sherman Tide. Leading the scoring for the Tide tonight is Dalton Rollo with 14. Alex Kirk had 7. Jacob Welch with 3. Cameron Caldwell had a pair of free throws in the second quarter. Logan Green had a three-pointer and a couple of two-pointers from the floor for 7. Wyatt Kincaid with 8. Travis Cooper comes off the bench with 2. And A.J. Skeens comes off the bench with 7. For the Man Hillbillies, all scoring was led by Austin Ball, the 6'7" junior, with 23 points. Peyton Adams had 14. Jeremiah Harless with 4. Ryan Cozart with 8. Christian Toller, 6. Caleb Blevins starting the game tonight. He comes off with 15 points. Jackson Tackett had 14 points. Coming off the bench with Jordan Adams with 4, Colton Miller with 4, James Seitz with 1, and Hunter Anderson 3. And we'll go ahead and name our Boone Memorial Hospital player of the game, and tonight that will go to Austin Ball. He did a little bit of everything that was possible in a basketball game. He scored 2s, he scored 3s, he scored from the charity stripe, and he absolutely had a stuff there in the third quarter. So our player of the game tonight goes to 6'7" junior Austin Ball. Let's quickly check in on another video production game tonight, and it is at the Willie Akers Arena as the Logan Wildcats lead Mingo Central 53-47, 3 minutes to go, and that's a tight game after Logan won last night. They scored a three-pointer at the buzzer at the end of regulation to tie up with the Scott Skyhawks. Then Scott Browning nailed one from the corner at the buzzer at the end of the first overtime as the Logan Wildcats knocked off Scott last night by a score of 72-69, and that was one heck of a basketball game. So we'll bring it back here. That's pretty much going to wrap up our coverage tonight as the Man Hillbillies, they will get a break. They'll play on the 9th on Friday night at Nicholas County, then on Saturday at Van, Tug Valley next Monday. So they go right back at it. And for Sherman, they will take on Friday night. They will play at Herbert Hoover. On Saturday, they will host Hannon. And then on next Monday, they will be on the road at Van. So it's going to be an exciting next couple of weeks as the seedings and the pairings get set for these sectional games. Once again, our final score tonight, the Sherman tied 51, the Man Hillbillies in overdrive with 96. That's going to wrap up our coverage. Thanks to Butch Mounts, who was our video productions engineer. I'm Joe Linville. Good night, everyone.